Hello everyone, today I want to practice reading about the Circular Trail 2025 about the describing marketing authorization of the drugs and medicinal material. Pursuant to the law on the pharmacy date April 6, 2016, pursuant to the law on the amendment to the law on the pharmacies dated November 21, 2024, pursuant to the law on the technology transfer dated June 19, 2027, pursuant to the government decree number 69, 2028, government decree date May 15, 2028, elaborating some article of the law on the foreign trade management. Pursuant to the government of decree number 77, 76, 2028, government decree date May 15, 2028, elaborating and providing guidelines for the implementation of the law on the technology transfer. Pursuant to the government decree number 24, 2024, government decree date February 27, 2025, defining function, tasks, powers, and organizational structure of the Ministry of Health of the Vietnamese. The Ministry of Health of the Vietnam promulgated taste of the circular describing marketing authorization of the drug and medicinal material. General provision. Article 1. Scope. This circular elaborates and provide guidelines for the implementation of some article of the law on the pharmacy date April 6, 2026, and the law on the amendment to the law on the pharmacies. To the law on the pharmacy dated November 21, 2024, hereafter refers to as the pharmacy law, including regulation on the clinical date about the drug safeties and efficiencies in the application for the marketing authorization, criteria for the exception from clinical trial or sentence status thereof in the Vietnam, and the drugs that have to undergo stage 4 clinical trial in clause 4 article and 89 of the law of the pharmacy law. Documentation requirement, procedure for the insurance renewal approval of the violation, and revocation of the marketing authorization of the chemical drug, vaccine, biological, herbal drug, and medicinal material for the human use in Vietnam in the Clause 9 Article 56 and Clause 2 Article 58 of the pharmacy law. Principle and criteria for the classification of the over-the-counter OTC John Clause 24, Article 2 of the Pharmacy Law. Regulation on the post-authorization safeties and efficacy reporting for the performing pharmacovigilance. Pharmacovigilance. Pharma
Pharmacovigilance.
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 Pharmacovigilance. Pharmacovigilance. Pharmacovigilance.
Pharmacovigilance. Activities as described in the Clause 2, Article 78 of the Pharmacy Law. This circular does not apply to application for the marketing authorization of the traditional drug, application for the marketing authorization of the medicinal material, which are herbal material for or the traditional medicine materials. Article 2 definitions. Asian Common Technical Dossier ACTD means the standardized format of the Common Technological Dossier for the registration of the Journal of the Association of the Southeast Asia Nature ASEAN. EC8 CTD means the Common Technical Document CTD developed by the International Conference on the Harmonization ICH of the technical requirements for the registration of the pharmaceuticals of the human use. A major variation MAV are variation of the invest significantly and or directly the aspect of the quality, safeties, and efficacies of the drug as specified in Addendum 2 hereof. Applicants mean the establishment whole name appear on the application for the issuance, renewal, or the approval of the variation to marketing authorization of the drug and medicinal material. Drug manufacturers mean the establishment that carry out one or some or all of the manufacturing procedures or release of the batch of the drug. Batch of the drug. Batch of the drug. Okay, batch of the drug. What the fuck? Certificate of the pharmaceutical products. CPP means the certificate issue of the format recommended by the World Health Organization. According to WHO's certification came on the qualification pharmaceutical products moving in international commerce. European Medicinal Agency (EMA) and stringent regulatory authorities are the following agencies. European Agency. Okay. European Medicine Agency (EMA) stringent regulatory authorities. Drug regulatory authorities that are considered as SRS by the WHO. SRS include member of the AC8 establishment before the document 2015, including U.S. FDA, drug regulatory authorities of the European Union, of the UK's Medicine and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency M8R8 and Japan's Pharmaceutical Medicine Devices Agency PMDA. ICH Observer establishment before document 23/2017, including drug regulatory authorities of the European Free Trade Association EFTA and a representative of the Swiss Medics and Health Canada. Regulatory authority associated with the ICH member through a legalist binding mutual recognition agreement made before October 23, 2015, including Australia, Iceland, and Norway's product license holder or marketing authorization holder. Marketing authorization holder means the establishment that the whole marketing authorization of the drug written on the certificate of the pharmaceutical products. CPP issue using WAO's format. Drug processing means the manufacturing of the drug under the lawfully site processing contracts under which the processing facility takes charge of the one. Some or all the stages in the manufacturing procedures at the request of the ordering facility and receive processing costing return. Ordering facility means the party of the provide part or order ingredients, material for manufacturing process, and technical document proving the quality, safety, and efficacy of the drug for the processing facility to process the drug under the processing contract signed by between the parties. Processing facility means the party that used a part or all the ingredient material manufacturing process and technical document provided by the ordering facility to perform one or some or all of the stages of the manufacturing process at the request of the ordering facility and receive processing cost under processing contract signed by between the parties. Setting facility means the party that transfer is lawfully acquired ownership of or the right to use the drug manufacturing technologies to the receiving facilities or application to use some or all of the stage of the drug manufacturing process. Receiving facilities mean the party that receives the ownership of or the right to use. The drone manufacturer's technologies transfer from the sending facility under the technologies transfer contract signed by the between the party or the application to use some out of the stages of the drone manufacturing process. Drone orders for processing means the drone which has been granted the marketing authorization in the Vietnam or the product license in at least one country of the world or one or all of the stages of the manufacturing process of the which shall be performed at the processing facility at the request of the ordering facilities under the processing contract signed by the between the party. Process drone means the drone one, some or all of the state of the manufacturer's process, or which are the performed by the processing facility at a request of the ordering facilities under a processing contract signed by the between the party. Drone before a technology transfer means a drone which has been granted the marketing authorization in the Vietnam or the product license in at least one country in the world, and ownership of or right to use the technological for manufacturing of the which is the transfer from the sending facility to the receiving facilities for application to one some all stage of the manufacturing process. Drone manufacturer adopting the transfer technologies mean the drone one some all of the stage in the manufacturer's process of which the performed by the receiving facilities adopting the technologies transfer as prescribed in Clause 1, Article 4 of the law on the technologies transfer from the sending facility under the technology transfer contract signed by the between the pair party. Article 3 Responsibilities of the applicant assure the full elegant responsibilities for the accuracy, legitimacy, and truthfulness of all the documents included in the marketing authorization application. MAA or drug medicine material except the case of specified in Clause 1, Article 4 hereof, operates with domestic or the forest authorities and manufacturers in the responding to inquiries of the DAV regarding the authenticity of the law legal document included in the MAA. Ensure quality, safety, and efficacy of the drug medicine material are declared in the MAA. Send up the right notice to DAV within the 50 days from the date which competent authorities give the approval of the variation to technical document of the drug order for the processing during the marketing in case of the process. Drug missed in requirements laid out in Clause 1, Article 9 hereof. Send the right notice to DAV within 30 days from the date on which the manufacturers of the drug order for processing is stopped. Regarding the process which meet in requirements laid out in Clause 1, Article 10 here within 3 months from the date on which changes in the formulation manufacturing process quality specification of the materials or quality specification of the drone product's trade name. The drone ordered for the processing, which is being manufactured and placed on the market in its country of origin or approval by the competent authorities of its country of the origin. Applicant must make change corresponding to the change in the drone order for processing. An applicant for the marketing authorization for a drone manufacturer's adopting transfer technology shall discharge of the responsibilities set for include 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 10 this article and the following. Send a written notice to DAV within 30 days from the date on which a competent authorities give in approval of relation to technical document of the drone before technology transfer during the marketing in the case of the drone manufacturers adopting transfer in technologies made in requirement laid out in Clause 1 Article 9 hereof. Send a written notice to DAV within 50 days from the date on which decision to revoke the marketing authorization of the drone before the technology is transferred. Transfer is issued in any country of the world during the validity period of the marketing authorization of the drone manufacturer adapted to transfer technologies. Send a written notice to DVA within 30 days from the date on which of the manufacturers of the drone before the technology's transfer is stopped. Regarding the drone manufacturers adopting transfer technologies which meets the requirements laid out in Clause 1 Article 9 hereof within 3 months from the date on which change in the formulation manufacturing process, quality specification of the material, or quality specification of the drone products, or trade name of the drone before the technology transfer which is being manufactured and placed on the market and country of origin are approved by the competent authority is country of the origin. The applicant must make change corresponding to the change in the drone before technology transfer. Fulfilling all the relevant responsibilities are described in relevant laws. Responsibilities of the drone medicinal material manufacturers closely correlate with the applicant in fulfilling in the responsibilities in Clause 3, Article 3 hereof. Cooperate with applicant in complying with competent authorities' requests for inspection or evaluation of the manufacturing site within 50 days from the day on which the competent regulatory authorities of its country origin issue in notice the manufacturer of manufacture okay, I'm stopped now. Thank you for myself.